Hey there, Mopar fans. I'm going to try to post a new video probably 3 times a month. Got a lot of cars that we find in. I sure appreciate all the leads, all the support, the business, and the ideas. Cars that are in barns, even if it's a collection that I don't buy. I'd sure like to go out and look around and share your story and share your collection with the rest of the Mopar community. So keep sending me those emails. I do read them. I do respond. We just got a line of swag in, so got some trucker hats that are supposed to be delivered today. Got some really cool t-shirts. I'll show you some close-ups here later in this video. Behind me, you'll see the 68 Charger from a previous episode. It's rolling and steering now, and about to get the front clip available, or excuse me, get the front clip on it. Then it's going to be available to find a new home. We're going to be going to the Big Portland Swap Meet, so I'll show you the booth there. Some of these cars will be there in parts, and so come by, say hi, let me know you watch the YouTube channel, you're a subscriber. We got some toolbox decals, all kinds of fun swag to show your support, and I really appreciate it. So we're going to show you this episode of this 68 Coronet 500, kind of a unique car that is here behind me, and a 61 Chrysler New Yorker, which is not normally part of what I do, but sometimes in order to get a vehicle you need to clear the whole property, or you got to take everything. And that's just how it is, and fortunately I'm set up to do that. We got a lot of equipment to load and rescue and move a car out of just about any situation in any condition. So without further ado, check it out. Okay, so there's the front of the shirts. It's really hard to pick up that neon pink. I nearly had to turn the lights off in the room, but you'll be found. And then on the back, we have the GTX. And of course, I am all about that 70s, early 70s, late 60s style art. So shoot me an email. Hopefully we can get our online store up so you can just purchase these online, but they're $30 each shipped, and I have sizes small through XX, 2XL. If we get demand for larger sizes, of course, I'll add them, but they charge us more for more fabric. Sorry, big guys. So we're getting up bright and early this morning and heading out to go pick up a forward look Mopar, if you know what that is. If not, you soon will later in this video. Also picking up a really cool 68 Coronet. So hope you enjoy this episode. Sitting here sinking into the ground since 1994. Ow, blackberries. Rotate out. All right, well, let's see if the tires hold some air, and we'll... Well, we've moved about Looks like 6 feet, right? Yeah. Archaeology dig. The things you gotta do for cool old Mopars, man. Well, if you see some parts you need, let me know, folks. Now it's sliding right along thanks to the Pacific Wonderland mud. And there's where she hibernated for nearly 40 years. There it goes. So we had to pull the back end uphill to get it facing downhill. And there is its resting place, now empty. It's about 100 yards down to the road, as you see by the backup camera. But there it is on the trailer, ready to head out. And there's the real reason we came. Here's a parting shot of that iconic grill. So this one's a little bit of a pleasant surprise. I would have done a better video last night when we were picking it up and loading it, but it was dark, it was late. That Chrysler took an incredible amount of time to get moved out of that mud hole it was in and dropped off at our storage location, and went back and picked this one up, and it was 1 a.m. by the time we got back. So, you know what? I'm not complaining. That's the price we pay. So you're going to get the first real good close look up at it with me. Flat tires, of course. Chrome flaky on the bumper. Got a couple of dents and dings here. Tiny little rust spot in the bottom of the door there. See how those floors look. Wow, those rockers look pretty good, don't they? Look at that. Let's poke our head way up under here. Torsion bar looks good. Floors look solid. From what I could see, this car spent a lot of its life indoors, and then at some point was moved outdoors and kept under a tarp for a considerable amount of time. Pretty sure that's mold you see on the rubber there. That does not look fun, but we'll give it a go cleaning it up. Bucket seats without a console and a column shift, just not something you see very often. I'm thinking this starter here sitting on the floor is a sign as to why it got parked. Headliner actually looks good. Originally, I was thinking parts car, based on what I could see, based on the fact that it was sitting on the ground. But I don't think that's going to be the case now, obviously. I mean, these 68 trunk lids are always rusted out back here. I just don't see that. I haven't been able to get the trunk open yet, so give me a few minutes to work that out. Got a little dent back here in the corner. Backed into something because the car's 20-some feet long. Those rockers, you know, a little bit of peppering. You know, never can tell. You know, maybe that's on the surface. Maybe it's deeper. A little bit of a scrape down the side. This door was up under the pine tree. And those can go either way. Sometimes they assist in deterioration, and sometimes they don't. Can't quite get that open. Well, tires were flat, but all the hubcaps are there. Let's have a look underneath. It's another good looking rocker. It's looking pretty good. Alright, let me get the hood, trunk hood open. Okay, hood's open. We're not going to call this a venerable engine, but hey, 318 is better than a slant 6 all day in my opinion. Manual brakes, power steering, pretty standard small block 68 Coronet stuff. 500 trim option, obviously. Got some hidey keys here. And that one appears to be empty. This one has some keys in it. Oh, yay! Look at that. Boy, those look like original keys, too. Oh, maybe not. It says Elko on it. Maybe those are the original spares. And these are the copies. Let's have a look at the bottom of the hood. Still has the insulation in it. See, it's been crashed. But I don't know about you guys. This car's a little bit older than me, and well, I've got some rust and body filler too. That's just how it works for us. Well, I can't get the key in the lock, so we're gonna have to mess around with that a little bit. See which key works. Can't imagine they'd be for a different car, so it might just need some lubricant. Okay, so one of those keys was definitely the original trunk key. We got the key for the ignition in the door. What I found in here is some really awesome 70s orange carpet. That stuff's great. I'll bet some of you guys still have that in your house. Cool old jack stand. There's all the jack parts. Really old motor oil. I'm guessing she was burning some oil. Brake fluid. Let's see. Gas can. A little, I don't know, I think it's going to have a little trouble holding some fuel. Disappointing because it doesn't look like it was ever used. From Pay and Save. $2.99. These things are like an archaeological dig sometimes. What do you think? Chains? Nope. Piece of rope. Judging by that, she's going to need a trunk floor. But, never know. Stranger things have happened. Yeah, I think it'll need it, but let's see here. See if I can get up underneath here. No? I don't know. It's crusty, but it's solid. We're just going to have to get it all cleaned out and dried out and scrape it. See what we end up with, but, you know, the great part is 68 trunk lids always rust out. And this one has not. So maybe it has a chance. And maybe we can find a build sheet in the back of that seat. So that seat's going to come out for sure. Let's roll up underneath here. You know, with the gas tank in the way, near impossible to see what that floor looks like. But I don't see anything poking out that says, hey, I got a problem. There's 8 3/4 in there. Doubt it's a sure grip, but you know, like they say with Mother Mopar, never say never. But look at that. Boy, those look great. So, definitely not a parts car. Definitely a car that deserves a chance to get back on the road. So stay tuned. I'm going to do some follow-up on that 70 Duster that bought a couple of weeks ago. It's still over in the trailer, the enclosed trailer. And then we'll get some tires on this one. I think we'll put them caps in the trunk and maybe put some poverty caps on it, give it a little more of a muscle look, and we'll dive into this engine and see if we can't figure out what the story is and get it motivating again. We'll see what happens, but stay tuned. And if you care to adopt this one, reach out to me. Email is the best way, right here. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode and that you'll subscribe and follow so that you get the updates first. We may even offer a subscription so that you'll get content that's just for paid subscribers. I don't know, not really all about that. It's not really about the money for me. It's really about the passion. It's about the joy of these cars. It's about preserving their history and helping everybody get their projects done and back on the road. I'd sure like to see more Mopars at a show than mine. So yeah, and if you're in the area, stop by up here in Canby, Oregon. We are going to be moving to another location sometime this summer. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully it's a location that we can start hosting some events. So if you have any questions, you're looking for parts, you need anything, you're interested in any of the cars that you see here, shoot me an email right here. And I will respond as quick as I can. Finally getting some new help, so it makes me a little bit more available to do that. We're working on some new content with some of the other shops around. So look forward to that as well. Don't forget to subscribe. And now that you're done, get out in the shop. Work on that car. Get on the road. I'd like to see it.